Hello, my friends, my weather friends, my 9 Mile friends, and everybody beyond. This is Kate Weatherwise, your favorite weather girl. I'm coming to you. This is Sunday evening, October 12th, 2025. It is 6:30 p.m. I wanted to get this weather report out, this forecast out to you before the evening, overnight, and into Monday starts. I have a little bit of a different setup tonight. I'm using my husband's he's got a MacBook and I don't. And my computer, my Microsoft computer was not having it today. I would have gotten this out several hours ago, but I've just been having issues all afternoon. So I moved everything over to his setup, which, like I said, is a MacBook, and we can put a background up. So that's why we have a background. This is a picture that my husband took in September, early September. No, it was August. In the month of August, of a really wild storm that came overhead then, and he got a really, really good picture using his drone. So that's that picture. And so, but now we are going to go straight into the forecast, and I have some stuff to go over. I won't make this very long, but I just wanted to get this out to you and talk to you about what's going to happen tonight, tomorrow, into tomorrow morning, and then the rest of the week. So here we go. Okay. This is the high resolution rapid return model that I really like. This is a short-term model. This just goes out 24 to 48 hours depending on the model, on the run. But this is going to give us a good indication of what the rest of the evening is going to look like as far as the weather is concerned. So this is starting at 7 o'clock tonight. You can see up here. We're going to move this on. There's not much going on. There's some drizzle out there right now, but it has kind of calmed down. But this is the calm before the main event. As you can see up here, there's some blue for the snow. There's some snow in Pend Oreille County, and then there's some snow in northern Idaho, and then as you move over into Montana as well. So I'm going to move this forward a little bit, and you can see the precipitation sort of lifting to the north. Here we are right here. And then we have another round of precip coming in around 10 o'clock. By midnight, it's all rain. And then by midnight too, that's after midnight and into tomorrow morning, early tomorrow morning, that's when the winds are going to pick up, because we have this system that's coming down from the north, and it's going to kind of settle in here like this. And it's bringing with it northwesterly winds. Right now, our winds are southeast to southwest. They're going to switch around to the northwest, and it's going to pull down that colder air, which is why, again, up here in northern Stevens County, over into Pend Oreille County, and also into Ferry County, and over into Idaho, you all are going to see some snow. And while us in the 9 Mile area, Spokane side, and the Stevens County side, you're not going to see much in the way of snow at all unless you're above 2,800 feet. The winter weather advisory that was issued got downgraded from a winter storm watch. It says above 3,000 feet. But if it's coming down hard enough, we could see some wet snow down around 2,700 feet. And it's only going to be between the 1 a.m. and 4 a.m. time frame, roughly. So if you're a night owl and you want to go outside to see what's falling, get up, and your elevation is above 2,800 feet, get up, go outside, and you may see some stuff. But the ground is still really warm. We were in the 70s and 80s last week. So it's really not going to stick, and it's not going to stick around. It is mid-October, and we don't really ever, I mean, it does happen. We do get snow this time of year, but typically we don't see snow this time of year, especially we don't see snow that sticks around unless we have like a masterful La Nina that sets in, and it's just like, whoa. Yeah, we're getting cold early. So here we go. This is at 1 o'clock in the morning. We have some rain, 2, 3, 4. See, then you can kind of see that. See if I can zoom in even more. You can kind of see at the top of, this is the top of the lake on those higher peaks, maybe Saddle Mountain. It's turning over to snow, just a little bit of snow. And then as we keep moving forward, and by 7 a.m., it is all done. And then the winds, these lines, you can see these lines right here, they're pretty close together. That means the winds are amping up. When they are sort of farther apart, like out here over the ocean, that means on this map and on any map that the winds sort of calm down or calmer. But when they're tighter, like they are over here, the isobars, then that's indicating to you that the winds are going to be stronger. And I'm forecasting winds to be within the 10 to 15 mile an hour range, sustained, and then gusting over 20 miles an hour from early tomorrow morning all the way through the day on Monday. It's just going to be a windy day for the whole inland Northwest. It's going to be windy. So it's going to feel colder in that regard, but it's going to be dry. The sun will come back out, but it's going to be mostly cloudy. We'll get some sunshine, but it's going to be mostly cloudy, and it's going to be of a high of around 53, low 50s, upper 40s, low 50s for most. So whatever snow falls in the middle of the night, it's not going to be there in the morning. It's just going to be a fun precursor of what we can expect coming this winter. So that's what I am expecting. And then you keep going through in time and see these isobars are still pretty close together, and you can see the wind is going to continue. And then we stay dry for the time frame. And so I'm going to take us over to this is the winds portion of the rapid refresh model. And as you can see, I'll go back all the way back to the beginning. This is as of 10 o'clock this morning. So we're going to go through, this is 8 o'clock tonight, so it doesn't really get ramped up. Now, this is 10 o'clock tonight. You can see that it starts to creep down. Hopefully you can see that. This is a little bit better. Here we go. Zooming it in a little bit more. So you can see these are the gusts, not sustained. These are gusts. And this is, Spokane County. This is around Spokane, maybe a little bit of South Spokane, but the winds are going to be more pronounced to the north anyway, especially over the mountains. So I'm going to keep going forward in time. This is midnight. Winds continue to ramp up. And the pinks and blues are pretty, this is a pretty good, I'm going to go down here so you can see the pinks and blues, 25 to 30 miles an hour. That's what it's forecasting to gust towards. So, and that's creeping in right over the 9-mile area, 25 or so miles an hour, gusting. Now see, if you hover over here, it's saying 31 miles an hour. We'll see. I am skeptical it'll get up that high, but we'll see what happens. And then even more, this is like darker pink, 34 miles an hour. So that's what it is, what this one model is telling us could potentially happen. Like I said, I'm not too confident that it will be that high, but perhaps maybe up on those higher peaks, up on Saddle Mountain, if you're on a northwest facing part of the mountain, if you live up there, if you're up on Four Mound Prairie and you're facing to the northwest, it could possibly peak that high, but I don't think it's going to be quite that intense. 36 miles an hour, 35. Now see, look, this is all through here. This is I-90 where there's not much buffeting of the winds. There's nothing to stop it. And so the winds through here, if you're traveling on I-90 tomorrow, going west or east, that's going to be not a fun ride for you, especially if you have a high profile vehicle. That's not going to be a fun ride for you. And it stays with us and starts to diminish, and then it picks back up again. So it's due to continue all day, all day. And then finally, this is 6 p.m. So I forecasted around 5 p.m. the winds will start to diminish, and they may diminish sooner for the 9 Mile area, just because, especially those people who are like myself, who live in a bowl and you are kind of buffered by all the big hills around you. I probably won't see any winds like this, but the bluffs that are up higher above me, and they're out of the northwest. The winds are going to be out of the northwest, so maybe the trees will buffer that, but it's still going to be a windy day no matter how you slice it. So that's our next weather event, is the wind tomorrow. So just be prepared for that. Like I said, if you're driving west to east or east to west and you're coming over from Moses Lake east, then it's going to be a pretty intense. And then as you go throughout the day, it's still hanging on down here in this area, the Moses Lake area and Ritzville, especially those areas. It takes a while for it to punch out. And then, then it ramps back. Apparently it ramps back up again in the morning. So we'll maybe get another round of wind. So anyway, tomorrow's going to be a windy day, but it's going to be drying out from all this moisture. On Tuesday morning, we could see some fog. That fog could be with us from all the moisture that has fallen today. But it's going to be cold. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, our low temperatures are going to be in the low to like upper 20s to low 30s. So it's going to be cold. And then towards the middle of the week, it moderates a bit, maybe mid to upper 30s for lows, but still the high temperatures are going to be pretty consistent the whole week in the 50s to around 60 degrees, except for tomorrow is going to be in the upper 40s, low 50s. But the rest of the week is going to be in the 50s to around 60 degrees, which will be nice with a little bit of sunshine. Tuesday and Wednesday look to be pretty bright and sunny both days. Thursday and Friday, more clouds than sun. Winds will back off immensely and be 5 to 10, which is what we are used to, and backing around to the southwest like we're used to. So outside of tomorrow, the rest of the week should be pretty benign. I'm forecasting pretty benign weather, but as you can see, the winds are going to be with us tomorrow, and it's going to be pretty crazy. I love all the weather. Wind, I'm good with wind as long as it doesn't get too crazy, but it can be pretty cool. You can see some dirt devils, hopefully nothing more than that happens, but we've got some weather coming, guys, and that's the forecast for tonight and tomorrow and the rest of the week. I, of course, will be back with more videos, and I hope that you are having a good Sunday evening, and I hope you have a blessed week. So stick around for more videos, and if you need any help with forecasting, reach out to me. I would love to help you. All right, this is Kate Weatherwise. This is it for now.